There's something missing from hard rock music these days, and it's something very important. When we talk about wild guitar players these days, we usually mean speed, distortion, or a volume. But right here, I want to talk about something way different, because back in the day, before YouTube clips, before pedalboard flexing, there were guitarists who didn't just play the instrument. They wrestled with it, they ran with it, they attacked it, and sometimes they looked like they were barely in control of the guitar at all. And two names rise to the top of that list every time: Ted Nugent and Angus Young. So the question we're dealing with today isn't who was the better guitarist, it's who was the wilder man of the guitar. There's something that both Ted Nugent and AC/DC fans understand. Some music just demands movement. You can't stand still while playing it, and you can't stand still while listening to it. The audience in a stadium is definitely not going to sit quietly when you're listening to AC/DC or Ted Nugent songs like Stranglehold, Cat Scratch Fever, Free For All. These are muscular anthems, and Angus Young and AC/DC are relentless live. They are like a freight train without brakes. And these are not accidents. This is the attempt early in the 70s and mid-70s by live performers to find a way to visually represent the music they had created to play in arena rock and in stadiums. So the 1970s kind of changed everything. Rock moved from clubs into arenas, and guitar playing wasn't just being heard anymore, it had to be seen. Ted Nugent figured this out really early on. He ran, he lunged, he swung on vines, he used monitors like a wedge for a hunter to sight his prey. And he didn't just play the guitar, he charged at the audience with it. Similarly, Angus Young took that idea and created something beyond a schoolboy outfit and gimmick. He created a powerful image to compensate for being a small guy with little hands, but on stage he became monstrous and he dominated the stage with motion. So Ted Nugent kind of felt like a force of nature, and Angus Young kind of felt like a live wire that snapped loose. Arena rock didn't just celebrate this kind of guitar player, it cemented it into the culture, and it became the emblem of what rock music was all about. Something that makes the comparison between the two guitarists to me really interesting is that they both understand that the guitar might be the only major instrument in popular music that can be played in any physical position you can imagine. So standing or kneeling or lying on your back or held like a rifle or on your head or flipped upside down. It doesn't matter if you are an accomplished musician, you can still ring notes out of the guitar in just about any position. So you'll see this from guitarists like Jimi Hendrix, or definitely guitarists like Angus Young and Ted Nugent. This is where the conversation to me really gets interesting, when you contrast the way that the two of them approach the guitar as a physical tool. So Ted Nugent was kind of like the hunter. He looked dangerous and unpredictable, like he might just sprint into the crowd at any moment, and actually sometimes he did do that. Angus looked possessed and amped up, like the music was controlling him rather than the other way around. So Ted Nugent's guitar persona was basically, I am in command of this chaos. And Angus's persona was, this chaos is barely being contained by me. And both of those approaches work, I think, brilliantly. But here's the real kicker. Ted Nugent helped physicalize the guitar in a live rock setting, but Angus Young extended and immortalized that idea. So every wild guitarist who followed, from punk to metal to hard rock, owes something to these two musicians. Without them, you wouldn't get guitar players sprinting across the stage, solos that feel like athletic events, and the idea that the guitar player is a visual focal point. Ted lit the fuse, but Angus made it explode. So, I leave it to you. Who was wilder? Do you think Ted Nugent takes the crown, or do you think Angus is untouchable? Let me know in the comments below.
Music Guru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.